Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review versus the Houston Astros. Not gonna lie, another disappointing loss. I mean, every loss is gonna be disappointing, and every win is gonna be good. That's just, that's just how fans are. But, it really was disappointing. We'll go through the box score. We'll go through everything like we always do. I tell you, though, I could talk for 30 minutes about this game in particular, maybe even more. But I'll try to keep it down for 10 minutes for your guys' convenience. So let's go through the box score. Coming into tonight, though, I wrote down some notes here. Coming into tonight's match, we were the second highest team. I say we, the Twins. The second highest team in winning percentage. We had the least amount of losses in the league. We were second in home runs, average, and runs per game. And we were like third in doubles. I mean, we are playing extremely well, and losses are going to happen, right? Even the best team last year, the Red Sox, I don't know how many games they lost. It was like 60, right? I mean, 59, something like that. You lose a third or fourth of your games. I mean, it's baseball. Nobody can be perfect. But also yesterday, the Twins had the Twins had 8 2-out RBIs. They're the only team that's done that twice this year, so that's pretty cool. And we lost 10-4. The game was a lot closer than 10-4, but those stats don't reflect on this game as well as how good we've been doing. Obviously, pitching has been an issue. We'll go through that. Everybody struggled tonight. I mean, it was bad across the board. The Astros are a good team, good hitting team, good patient team. And they got the job done tonight. A couple errors hurt us, and we just kind of fell downhill from the first inning. So let's go through the box score. 10-4 is the final score. The Astros won tonight. Split the series. Tomorrow will be a great matchup. I thought we were going to put Barrios out there versus Verlander, but I've heard a lot of talk about a bullpen game. That'll be really interesting. I don't know if we'll use like an opener. I don't know. We'll have to see tomorrow, but we scored 4 runs on 6 hits with 2 errors. It's just not going to win you a lot of games. I tell you what, again, if you score 6 runs or more, you're usually going to win the game. You deserve to win the game. The Astros did that. 10 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Rondon got the win tonight. Hildenberger got the loss. And, it was a tough game. Michael Pineda was on the mound for us. He struggled. He did well. And literally after the 3rd inning, just kind of fell apart every inning after that. Our bullpen came in and just kept the trend up. So let's go through the hitters now. A lot more zeros on the board tonight, and in particular, a lot less walks. It's not even that we weren't patient. It's just literally every ball that we hit went right to somebody. Nelson Cruz hit a screamer towards first base. The only guy over there. Right at him. I mean, what can you do? So Garver leading off tonight. I actually really like this. Here's why. So Wade Miley was on the mound for the Astros tonight. The first lefty that the Twins have faced this year as a starting pitcher. I 100% think that had something to do with it. I mean, Wade Miley's not a very good pitcher. I mean, he's not terrible. He's been better in Houston than he has been, who did he play for? Was it the Braves and the Orioles? Somewhere else and the Orioles. And he wasn't very good. But since coming to Houston, it seems like everybody gets better in Houston. But hey, he pitched amazing. I mean, he gave 3 runs in the first and then didn't allow another base runner. I mean, honestly, what did he retire? 15 in a row? So yeah, 5 innings of work. He gave up the 3 runs in the first inning, and that was it. And what can you do? You tip your hat and say, good job. I mean, there's not much that you could do. Again, it's not even that we weren't hitting him. He did have, 7 or 8 strikeouts. He had 7 strikeouts. I don't know how great the umpiring was. I mean, it was consistent, but it was not very good. But, he did well. And I really think it had something to do with, him being left-handed. But let's go into the batters here. Garver started things off. Kepler was an 8th. I really like that, actually. Garver led off the game with an infield hit. That was his only hit of the night, but he did come around to score. Polanco got shut out. Bad night for Polanco. Seems every other night's something, but good or bad. Then Cruz got walked. Is that right? Shoot, let me go to the plays. Can't remember. So, yeah, Cruz walked, and then Eddie Rosario hit his 10th home run. An opposite field home run. How about that? That was awesome. I was so happy. That's the 4th time out of the last 5 games that the Twins have scored in the first inning. That's incredible. I mean, that's how you win games. We were on a 4-game winning streak, a 4-game road winning streak. I mean, that's even more impressive that we were on the road for these games. Granted, it was Baltimore, but still, that's great. I mean, that's showing how our top of our lineup can be productive right away. Rosario hit that home run, scored the 3 RBIs. That was his only hit, and that's what I'm saying. You got 2 guys out of the top 6 that got hits, and they came in the first inning. And then Schoop hit 2 doubles. He went 2 for 4 with a run tonight. Kepler got a hit and an RBI in the 7th? Yep, there you go, to score Schoop. And then Buxton also got a hit. Was that it? We literally got hits in the 1st and 7th inning. I believe that is it. I think Schoop had a double in there somewhere as well. So, but like, wow. I mean, you're just not going to win a lot of games like that. Schoop had 2 doubles. Rosario hit the home run. I mean, Kepler had an RBI and Rosario had 3. But yeah, that's just it. Last night we had 8 2-out RBIs. Tonight we only had 1. We left 3 guys on base. We were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They were 6 for 16. They left 6 guys on base, but they were still 6 for 16. And I mean, every single guy on the team got a hit except for Gurriel. That looks like the Twins. I mean, they look like they were the Twins the past couple of days. But it's just night and day from the Orioles when we scored 17, something like that. Can't really remember. 16. I mean, 2 guys got hits out of our first 6, and they were in the first inning. What can you do? Pineda also struggled. Let's talk about him. Pineda, 5 1/3 inning, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Just not. He's not what he was the first 3 games that he pitched. He pitched well in the first 2 innings. He let guys on, but was able to get out of it. A double play, I think, was in that early innings, and he gave up 1 run. Hey, so what? We still had the lead. I thought we would come back and answer. We did not. Thought we'd come back and answer in the 5th. We did not. Didn't answer in the 6th or the 7th or the 8th, I mean. And, yeah, that's how they got 10 runs. But Pineda just struggled. I mean, he's hanging sliders. That's his biggest problem. He's hanging sliders right over the middle of the plate. And what's his face? Correa. Is it Correa or was it Springer? Well, Springer didn't even get out. Or yes, he did. 2 for 3. But he was on base 4 times. Correa can hit the crap out of him. He was on base 2 for 4. Altuve is just Altuve, and in the later innings, he hit a monster home run. Oh my goodness sakes. Like, here's the title. I tell you what, if still in the video, Twins what was it? Altuve crushes homer and Twins dreams or hopes or something like that. That thing was a moonshot. That thing landed on the train tracks and didn't come down. That thing was a mile high and a mile deep. I mean, that thing was out of here. What can you do? I mean, who was that? That was Duffy. Duffy really struggled, but that's not all his fault. Let's talk about that inning really quick. But yeah, besides him, Harper did fine. Hildenberger, geez, somebody slammed their door. Hildenberger, I mean, he just walked 2 guys. Didn't look like himself tonight. Mejia literally had 1 job, didn't do it. And then Duffy came in. Let's talk about that inning. So it's 10-4, right? 10-4 is a score. You know, we had tied things up. I mean, at 4. Tied things up until the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, is that when Hildenberger came in? Yeah, just there was a hit, runner on base. Hildenberger walked some guys, bases loaded. They brought in Mejia, couldn't get the out on Brantley. They had already scored 1 at that point, but then it was a sacrifice fly to Kepler. Kepler didn't have a very good throw. Could have got him, but then yeah, it's just, you know, and then and Mejia was brought in to do one thing, didn't do it. It was 5-4, and we're like, okay, or I guess that was 6-4 at that time. And then the 7th inning, let's talk about that really quick. Oh yeah, one more thing, I had totally forgot. That's why I write down notes. Garver, the top of the 7th inning, what really changed the game. Garver hit a shot out to left field, and it was literally 2 feet from bouncing off the wall. You probably know what I'm talking about. 2 feet from bouncing off the wall. I honestly think that changes the game. If we got a hit there, a home run, I mean, it's in those seats. Those seats are like straight down the wall, right? So if it's hit 10 feet farther, maybe not even 10 feet, 5 feet farther, gets into the first row. I mean, that's literally what Rosario's home run was. Changes the game. We go up, what, 7 or 4 plus the 3 would be 7-4 at that point. That changes the game. I mean, yes, Houston is really good in the late innings, but that changes the game, and we're up, and there's run support. And it would take them a couple innings to get back instead of answering right away in the 7th, answering in the 8th. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video, just to keep it short, the 8th inning. It started with an error on Polanco. That hurt. He got all the way around to third, and then Duffy got a bunt back right to him, threw it to second base. The guy was halfway home. All he would have had to do was reach out, flip the ball home, and it would have been an out at home plate. And that, could have caused an out. Threw it to second. Everybody's safe. So instead of 2 outs, you've got and a run scoring. Or I guess instead of 2 outs, you have a run scoring and everybody's safe, first and second. Then a wild pitch. It was really, my PS4 is beeping at me, but you had a wild pitch, which was really a pass ball that hit right off Garver's mask. It was just not clean. And then the monster Altuve home run just finished things off. So what can you do? I mean, it wasn't even that bad of a game. Our pitching wasn't great, but it wasn't even that bad of a game. Obviously, give credit to Wade Miley for shutting us down 15 batters in a row. But, for what we did when we got hits, it wasn't a bad game. It's just 1 inning. Again, always 1 inning. Tomorrow's a big game, right, against Verlander. Doesn't matter who we're going to put out there. It's going to be tough. We've played 3 Cy Young winners this year, Kluber, Arrieta, and DeGrom. We've beat them all, but Verlander's a different machine, man. He is a monster among men. I tell you what, he is something else. So I got things beeping at me all over the place. But, guys, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. I honestly think we can win. It's going to be tough, but I think we could win. I thought we could win today. We didn't play bad. We got out to an early lead. It's just going to be, who's going to step up pitching-wise. Our batters are doing okay, besides, maybe today, right? Odd one out, the fluke of the week. But, hey, our pitchers have to step up. And all it takes is, 1 or 2 guys to ruin it for everybody else, right? I mean, literally, that's why baseball's so great.